Hello everybody. Today we're making a tutorial video for the new Hound Tracer from Tinyloc. What we'll show you today is basically how to combine the radio tracking and the GPS tracking to optimize your search. If you're watching us at YouTube right now, you can also find this video at the tutorial section at our website www.tinyloc.com. Keep in mind that when tracking our dogs, we will do it in 3 different zones. The first zone using only the radio tracker because we are too far away from our dogs to get the GPS signal. With traditional GPS trackers, when you do not get a GPS signal, you're pretty much lost your dogs, you have no idea where they are. Right now we will use the radio tracker with the longer range than GPS. The second zone, when we are close enough to our dogs to get a GPS signal every 10th second. And the third zone, when we are close enough to our dogs to ask for the GPS signal whenever we want. So right now we will track our dogs on the first zone using only radio track. Okay, right now we are going to track our dog with radio tracking. Now I have chosen what dog I want to track, and I will do so by using radio tracking only. Let's start. Now I have turned on the radio tracking mode. What I will do is I will spin around 360 to compare the different signal strengths to get a more clear idea of the direction of my dog. Maybe it's quite difficult for you to hear the beep that the radio tracking is transmitting, but I will explain to you what I'm reading on the screen so that you can follow what is happening. So let's start. Right now I am at signal strength 54. Let me spin around to see if I can increase that signal. Right now I am at 60, so I can get an idea of what direction already. I know that that direction is probably not the right direction because we have gotten a stronger signal when I'm standing it this way. So let me continue. Right now I'm getting a 64. Right now I'm getting a 70. Right now I'm getting a 64. A 54. A 50. So basically I spun around 360 degrees and the strongest signal was at that direction right behind me. So now I basically know that my dog is that direction. So what we can do now is go towards that direction and try to get a GPS signal. Okay, right now we are probably in the second zone. Now if you remember the last time, we used the radio tracking to find the direction of our dog. By experience, we probably know that we are inside the second zone right now. Now the second zone meant that we can receive a GPS signal every 10th second that the transmitter is sending. But before I use the GPS mode, I will use the radio tracking once more to find the exact or almost exact direction of our dog. So let's see. Now if you wish, you could lift up your receiver to get a more clear sound of the beep. You do not have to look at the display. Now I know that the direction is that way just by listening to the radio tracking beep. Now, when using the radio tracking, I can also hear a sound going brrr, and that is the transmitter sending the GPS signal to the receiver. Now we will try to get a GPS signal by pushing this button at the side of the receiver and waiting 10 seconds. Also, if I wish, I could hold it over my head. Now that sound means that we have gotten the GPS signal. Now on the display of the receiver, I can read the distance and the direction because we've got a compass in there. The direction tells me that it's correct. The radio tracking was correct. It's that way. And the distance is 8.4 miles. So 8.4 miles away is my dog right now, and the direction is that way. So what we did is that on the first zone we used the radio tracking to find the direction. Now we're in the second zone because we moved towards the direction, and we are now getting a GPS signal that the caller is transmitting every 10 seconds. So now we know exactly what way to go to get to the third zone, where we can ask for the GPS signal whenever we want. Let's continue. Okay, what we've done now is that we've moved from the second zone to what we believe is the third zone. In this third zone, what we can do right now is that we can ask for the GPS position whenever we want. We do not have to wait every 10 seconds to get a GPS signal. This is because maybe the dog is moving around and we would like to have an updated position of where it is. When you hear this sound, means that we are close enough to ask for the GPS signal whenever we want. If you do not hear that sound, then you're probably not close enough. That is the GPS signal, and we can ask for the GPS signal whenever we want. I'm pushing the button again, and I got that signal again. Now this new system from Tinyloc also has a low battery mode. That means that after 12 hours of use, it will switch over to low battery mode, which basically means that you can use the radio tracking by getting a signal every 10 seconds. And when you feel like you're close enough by trying to ask for the GPS signal, you can use the GPS mode to get a compass in the receiver to know where your dog is. So let's try that. We are right now in low battery mode. Now you heard that sound, means that the GPS signal that it's sending the GPS signal, and now we got the GPS signal in the receiver.